Hey, what's up, YouTube? JayDub here to give my commentary on the latest episode of Raw, but more specifically, the #1 contenders match between John Cena and Triple H. Now, before I get into the actual match, I have a couple of notes. Of course, if you're watching this video right now, make sure you rate, comment, let me know what you thought about this match, because to me, it seemed like a really important match, and later on in the video, I'll actually explain to you why it was a really important match. And also, if you aren't subscribed, click that yellow button over there. Thanks. More notes. ECW will not be on Tuesday at 10 p.m. It will be on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right before WWE Superstars goes on air. But of course, it'll still be on the Sci-Fi channel. Last note, I know that Edge is injured, so just save your comments about Edge being injured, because I will upload a video talking about Edge being injured, so you guys can leave your comments, leave your thoughts on that either Tuesday or Wednesday. So, getting into this match, John Cena versus Triple H. It was a good match. It was a good match. That's what I can say about the match. But if you put things into perspective, it should have been a lot more than a good match. You have the top two WWE superstars, in my opinion, bar none. Like, Triple H and John Cena are the top two guys in WWE. You have these guys facing off one-on-one against each other. Okay, with the result of the match, I understand that. I'm not going to, hold them accountable for the result of the match, because that is giving people like a breath of fresh air, instead of just seeing, Randy Orton versus Triple H, Randy Orton versus Triple H at the, over and over again, one-on-one. So they added John Cena to the mix. So it's going to be a triple threat match, Randy Orton versus John Cena versus Triple H for the WWE Championship at Night of Champions. But like I said, I'm not going to hold that against them. But still, when you put things into perspective, this match should have been a lot more than what it actually was. Like I said, these guys are at the top of WWE. So with that being said, this match was a chance to prove all of the naysayers wrong. This match was a chance for WWE to prove that these guys deserve to be, I'm not going to say for a chance of WWE to prove, for John Cena and Triple H themselves to prove that they deserve to be at the top of WWE, at the top of everybody's favorite superstars list and everything like that. And like I said, when you put it into perspective, it didn't work out. Of course, it was a good match. I mean, I wouldn't say they gave their all, but you did see more of Triple H and John Cena than you usually do. Like, you saw more from Triple H than the spine buster and the pedigree and the clothesline, like they say, people say he uses to death. And you saw more of John Cena than the 5 moves of doom, as people call them. So they did give a little bit more than they usually would give, and it was a good match. But knowing that these guys are at the top tier, knowing you have very talented guys, probably, arguably, people would say that the, new and up-and-coming WWE talent is a lot better than the people at the top tier, like Jack Swagger, Evan Bourne, Tyson Kidd, people like that. They would say are, better than some of the people at the top tier. And I would kind of argue against that point, because we know Triple H is a great superstar. We know Randy Orton can wrestle. We know, some people know that John Cena can actually wrestle. So that's one thing that kills me about WWE. You have these people showcasing all of their talents and everything, and you make it believable for them to get to the top. Then it's like, when they get to the top, that's when you rest. That's not the point to rest. That's the point where you're supposed to accelerate things. That's the point where, if you thought you were giving 100% before when you were trying to climb to the top, you're supposed to start giving 150% at the top. But, like, one case I would say about that is Randy Orton. That's one case I use, and for the most part, people use the case of John Cena, saying that, if you look at his debut match with Kurt Angle, people say, after seeing that match, they say he can wrestle. But as of right now, you can't really see that. And with me, like, when Randy Orton made that turn into, like, the sadistic and evil type person, his, when the gimmicks and the promo skills started to go up, the wrestling ability kind of went down. So, that's kind of backwards to me. So I just want to know you guys' thoughts. Like, what did you think about this match overall? And if you want to hold the ending if you want to hold them accountable for that ending, do so. But like I said, I'm not going to hold it against them for that ending, because I understand why they did do that. But just put things into perspective. Put things, look at them as the top 2 superstars in WWE. Look at it if this was 10 years ago. If this was 10 years ago and this was a match between The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, do you think with, the abilities that these two guys showcase, do you think, like, if you placed that match 10 years ago, would it have been good? Or would it have been a disappointment? So, yeah, that's where I'll end this video, and make sure you rate, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff, and peace out.